Number 10, is 2021 going to be as dark as 2020 was?
Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Allahu Akbar!
I mean, it absolutely sucks right now, and at the time of this recording, I don't even know who the American president is. Is it Kanye West? Pretty sure he got 50,000 votes. Hashtag Kanye West for 2024. You can do it. I think Michelle Obama should run, but I still think Kanye West has got it over Michelle. Well, apparently there's predictions saying 2021 will bring an invasion of Muslim extremists over Europe, and that the continent will face chemical attacks from these so-called Muslim invaders. Looks like this group has already been in the UK since 2009, and probably even before that. Could this prediction be true? Well, we're coming up to 2021, we'll find out. So moving into number 9.
I'm speaking to you at what I know is an increasingly challenging time. A time of disruption in the life of our country.
So if that's not bad enough for Europe, she also predicted the economic fall of Europe for the year 2021. Next up at number 8, in 2021, Baba Vanga claimed we will see an assassination attempt against Vladimir Putin, Russia's president. What's more, well, she thought the threat to him would be coming from his own country. These are traitors from the country he was born in.
Using a military mine to attack his motorcade. But the report doesn't mention just where they hope to get that sort of hardware from.
He has already had an attempt against his life before he was technically president. That was back in 2012. Could she be right in thinking it can actually happen for real? Number 7.
I came here, wasn't feeling so well. I feel much better now.
Speaking of presidents, Baba Vanga predicted that Donald Trump, president of the United States, unless Joe Biden won. Well, the prediction on this one is that the president would suffer from a severe illness. So maybe that's Joe Biden. Maybe he's the president and the prediction shifts a little bit and we're talking about him. Well, this illness will render him deaf and result in brain trauma. Pretty tragic. I hope this doesn't come true. I wish no ill on anybody, but actually this could have happened earlier when Donald Trump had COVID. Maybe this was the prediction and, well, the president did get sick, but I have no idea how he made a remarkable recovery. I mean, he's hiding the cure from all of us. I know we're talking about Baba Vanga here, but the Simpsons are also pretty good at predicting things that actually happened. We have a video about it, so if you guys want to check it out, make sure you guys click right over here. So we all know the Simpsons has been known to predict the future. It makes you wonder, how the heck are they doing it? And moving right along, number 6.
Not being by nature particularly attracted to the ineffable or the mysterious. However, it seems that the idea of higher consciousness is in fact a very interesting one.
In what was more of an opinion or a statement, she claimed that the consciousness of people as a whole will change and that we are witnessing devastating events that will change not only our outlook on life, but the fate and destiny of humanity.
Human consciousness can be enhanced, maintained, and transferred through and onto any hardware device or cloud service entity.
Talk about being dark. Number 5. Trains will fly by sunlight. This one is quite a famous prediction, but it isn't clear if she was referring to them as being, solar powered or actually whizzing by the sun in the solar system. Maybe she's referring to the Virgin's Hyperloop train that is said to travel as fast as commercial airplanes through tunnels that look pretty futuristic and cut travel time down from hours to just minutes. And moving right along to number 4.
The universe owes you a debt of gratitude for bringing this to my attention. Now, in terms of how we handle this moving forward, obviously, Earth is canceled.
Beyond 2021, she predicted that life in the cosmos will be discovered, and even went as far to say that it will be in that moment we will all understand how life on Earth came to be.
Is what now?
All humans on Earth and in the afterlife will be extinguished, and we will start the entire human race over from scratch.
And just like that, coming in at number 3. For good measure, we added this one in a not so dark prediction because, well, these are all pretty dark and terrifying, especially considering Baba Vanga. Okay, I don't know if this is actually proven stats, but she's been right 85% of her predictions before her death. Whatever she was spewing out was just boom, facts coming true, boom, everything was happening. She wasn't just predicting them.
Is it possible that a cure for cancer will be available in 1 year's time?
We've been seeing the news talk about this as well. Well, BC, well, before COVID, but Baba Vanga might be right in her prediction that cancer could be cured by 2021. That last clip was from just last year. Moving on to number 2, we have this.
Baba Vanga proclaimed her prophetic abilities not only allowed her to tap into an unknown realm of information, but it also put her in contact with extraterrestrials.
Baba Vanga believes that after we learned about the creation of Earth, the next 200 years, humans will be connecting with their ancestors in other worlds. I know Elon talks about it a lot, about becoming multi-planet species, and that on Earth, you know, we're gonna destroy Earth, we're not gonna be living on Earth for long. We have to find other planets to keep the fate of humanity alive. And anything that Elon Musk says, aka my hero, aka I think he's more than 85% right about predictions, whatever Elon says, I believe. So I think there's gonna be a world where my ancestors or my family members, my cousin is gonna be living on other planets. Finally, in at number 1, and maybe the most chilling prediction of all, a strong dragon will seize humanity. Is this real life right now? But hey, I thought we were talking about like the dragon, like a real dragon, you know, Game of Thrones being real life, but I think it's being referred to as China and world domination by them. It's pretty scary to know, like they have over, like, what is it, 1.3 billion people? They could probably invade where I'm from in Canada. We only have 30 million. They could probably destroy us right now. At number 10, we have this. So this one's pretty crazy because Baba Vanga and other prophets like Edgar Cayce have both said the assassinations or the very least murder attempts will occur on 4 heads of state that becomes one of the causes for the start of World War III.
This war will start in November 2020 and run through until the end of October 2021. Now, some prophets and others believe that this will start in Libya, Egypt, and Damascus areas of the world, while others look at the current state of the United States, with the election going so rocky and Americans constantly divided. And this will start a civil war that will eventually include usage of nuclear and chemical weapons.
Alright, with that said, number 9 on this list, we have this. Due to the radioactive showers in the Northern Hemisphere in 2020, because of the war mentioned previously, animals and or plants will die.
We have already seen how devastating nuclear attacks can be on societies like Hiroshima and Chernobyl.
No life has been able to grow in those places in a healthy, normal way due to the aftermath of nuclear explosions, and that happened so long ago.
Next up, we have number 8. Middle East will wage war against Europeans and NATO around 2020.
So yeah, this is a prediction, and that last clip is from Tokyo in 1995, an event that saw nerves used to murder civilians.
People were killed and another 5,000 needed immediate medical treatment.
So this is kind of crazy that this has been predicted because we have already seen similar things happen previously that were devastating. Number 7. Around 2022, Europe is almost empty. Baba Vanga predicts that this one will have to do with the Middle East and the chemical wars that we've talked about in number 8.
But it is said that decades will go by before Europe is inhabited again.
Just imagine that, Europe just being totally wiped out, like there is no Europe, there's no EU.
Just a barren wasteland.
Well, luckily the UK is out of the EU, so if Europe goes extinct, the UK will still exist, right?
Yeah, so we can still get Love Island, guys. We can still get episodes of Love Island.
Is that the UK? Is that a UK production?
Yeah, it's UK. It's in the States now, but the UK one is extra spicy.
China's Belt and Road Initiative, the most ambitious infrastructure project in modern history that's designed to reroute global trade. and it's how China plans to become the world's next superpower.
China will become the new world power around 2023, and I've got to say, this one doesn't surprise me. China has been setting up infrastructure for years to be able to take over the world. Their One Belt initiative is a promise to invest over $1 trillion into more than 60 countries that are in need of money. But it's been said that they will only help those countries if they take over ownership of them, and thus start to buy countries one by one until they own most of them and become a huge superpower. It's pretty much not an if at this point, but when. And as for that, Baba Vanga thinks this will be in the next couple of years.
Number 5.
You might not realize, but we owe everything on this planet to the sun. The toasty climate, the photosynthesizing plants, and even the vitamin D in our bodies.
Earth's orbit will change slightly around 2023. This one's pretty scary because if the Earth changes its orbit even just slightly, it can cause the planet to either overheat or completely freeze over, like, you know, the movie Day After Tomorrow, or it can cause us to collide in numerous things in outer space. I don't really want to take a chance because no matter what, it sounds pretty terrifying, like I'm either gonna burn to death or just freeze to death. I think if I were to have to pick one of them, I'd probably freeze to death as long as it happens quickly and I don't feel anything. Just heating up, it seems like a little bit of pain. Seems pretty painful if you ask me. But apparently it's gonna happen around the same time as Europe empties out, Europe just disappears, and also around the same time where China takes over the world.
What if the Earth left the sun's orbit and traveled straight into the empty darkness of interstellar space?
Coming at number 4, development of a new energy source around 2028.
Hunger slowly stops being a problem. Now that would be amazing.
Around the world, renewable energy use is on the rise. And these alternative energy sources could hold the key to combating climate change.
Finally, some good news. Hunger stops being a problem, but based on the last couple predictions we've seen, maybe hunger becomes less of a problem because there are less people on the planet to consume food that we have.
I mean, it would make sense if Europe disappears and you don't have to feed like the millions of people that take up Europe. So a good problem or a bad problem? Well, Baba Vanga's predictions are always really dark and scary, and it's terrifying if they come true.
Coming in at number 3.
At the height of summer, even the permanent ice caps are touched by the power of the sun.
In around 2023, all of the polar ice caps melt and the world ocean levels rise.
Very sad news for polar bears. This could be really problematic as everyone is extremely concerned about this happening already and how it would affect sea levels and basically Earth's flooding.
We would lose so many countries underwater. It's like the whole world would be Atlantis.
I mean, maybe Atlantis is a futuristic story of Earth and not something from the past, and that's why no one can find it.
The effects of rising seas are already being felt. Coastal communities, even in the UK, becoming more vulnerable to storm surges and extreme weather events.
And just like that, at number 2, by 2043, the world economy is prosperous and the Middle East will be running Europe.
There are quite a few Baba Vanga predictions that seem to be very similar to this, or occurrences that happen around this.
Like number 9, for example. She felt pretty confident that the Middle East would take over Europe, and that's by whatever means they have to.
And coming at the number 1 spot, 40.
I was born in Jersey. Where are you from? I was born in Jersey. Okay, and raised in South Florida. There it is. Where did Canada come from? That's where I was cloned at. Story for another day.
Anybody's organs can be cloned or manufactured.
Yo, I'd want to clone myself.
You want to clone your whole self?
Yeah, I do half the work. Like me, number 1 does half the work. Me, number 2 does the other half.
Oh, but see? You're getting too spicy with your clone right now. Because when you start telling your clone what to do, then your clone kills you and takes your spot. That's always the clone predicament.
Damn, that's the Che prediction.
Yeah, no. That's you. You have to be very careful with the clone because the clone will try to take your spot.
Damn. Well, getting back to this, replacement of organs is becoming one of the best treatment methods.
Our administration believes that there are loopholes that could allow the cloning of human beings if the technology were developed.
This prediction is for the future beyond 2021 and 2022.
It's probably in like the far future. Unless Elon Musk is working on it now, then it'll probably happen pretty soon. But it hit our #1 spot because, as you can see, this isn't anything new. Celebrities claim to have been cloned all the time. And there are some pretty dark holes that you can go down on YouTube if you start searching these things. What celebrity do you think is cloned?
Which one do I think is cloned? Zendaya is a clone of Halle Berry.
Interesting.
That's my
Who would you want to clone? I'd clone Elon Musk.
You clone Elon Musk?
Yeah, I want to get to Mars 2 times faster.
Yeah, I think that's a good clone. I don't know. I don't think I don't have a clone pick. That's not something I got in the catalog.
True.
Yeah. It's pretty alarming that former presidents of the United States, Bill Clinton, actually stated publicly that cloning is possible.
Ooh, that might be a clone right there.
You want to clone Bill Clinton?
No, he might already be a clone.
He might be a clone. That could be why he's so evil.
There's theories out there about it. Well, I wonder if Baba Vanga spoke to the creators of Black Mirror, and that's how they got all their ideas, because all of this sounds like it could be episodes for future seasons.
Starting off this countdown, we have robot life. Well, apparently we will get so technologically advanced in the future that we will be able to, 1, create a sun, and 2, merge with robots. Let me explain. Baba Vanga predicted that by 2100 humans will create an artificial sun to get more energy from. But this will end badly, because in 2354 she predicted that an accident with this artificial sun will cause a worldwide drought. Then in 2480, 2 of our artificial suns will collide, which will leave Earth in the dark. So maybe this whole artificial sun thing just isn't the best idea. Not only that, but she predicted that in 2111, humans will be able to mix with machines and become basically robotic humans. Again, no thanks, that sounds terrifying and will probably end up going wrong. Coming in at number 9, we have Trump's illness. According to Baba Vanga, she predicted that around 2020, the president will fall ill of a mysterious illness. This illness will supposedly cause hearing problems and brain damage. It will also cause him to suffer from nausea, tinnitus, and brain trauma. What's freaky is that while in Cuba and China, a bunch of American diplomats were affected by a sickness that had similar symptoms. After these individuals heard a strange high-pitched sound, they experienced hearing loss, memory loss, nausea, inner ear damage, dizziness, and cognitive problems. So, could it be that Trump is next in line to be affected by this mysterious illness? Or maybe one just similar? In our 8th spot, we have the aliens. These predictions probably made the ancient astronaut theorists so happy, but Baba Vanga said that in 2130 humanity will live underwater with the help of aliens. I mean, if the sea levels do continue to rise, then Earth may be completely submerged underwater. So does Earth get that bad that aliens have to step in and help? But her predictions don't stop there. She also said that in 2221, upon searching for extraterrestrial life, humans will come in contact with something terrible. What is it that we discover? I need to know. What do you think she could be referring to? Let me know in the comments below. Then in 2256, she says that a spaceship will bring a new disease to Earth. And from 4302 to 4674, she believes that humans will assimilate with aliens. Does this mean that aliens are real? I mean, ancient astronaut theorists believe that invisible alien forces are supplying Baba with these visions of the future. But what do you think? Moving on to number 7, we have the human-animal hybrids. All throughout history, we have heard stories or legends of half-human, half-animal species like the centaur, a creature with the upper body of a man and the legs of a horse, or mermaids and mermen. But of course, these are just stories and the creatures aren't real. What could they be? Well, Baba Vanga said that in 2164, animals will turn half human. Again, we don't know why or how this happens, but she says that animals will mutate and turn into half humans. So, is it possible? Will animals continue to evolve or mutate and become humans as well? I mean, we won't be alive to see it, but now I'm really curious. Making our way down the list, at number 6, we have time travel. For all you time travel believers out there, I got good news for you. Baba Vanga predicted that in 2288, time travel will be made possible. Now, there are some discrepancies here. So she said that in 2288 time travel will be made possible. But she also said that in 2304 humans will discover time travel. So does that mean in 2288 we have all the technology available to be able to time travel, but we don't actually time travel until 2304? But again, time travel, as cool as it may be, is probably a bad idea. I mean, there are plenty of movies out there that show people altering the world's timeline, resulting in often big consequences. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the end of the world. Okay, I don't mean to scare you, but Baba Vanga also had a prediction for the end of the world. She said that the year 5079 will be the end of the world. Humanity will be wiped out and the Earth and planets will be destroyed. Good news, I don't think we'll be alive in 3,000 years. Sadly, she didn't have any predictions about humans finding a way to live for eternity, so I don't think we'll be around. Either way, I wouldn't want to be around when the world ends, so I mean, lucky us. At least she didn't predict it for 2020 like some other psychics did. According to her, we got more time left on Earth. But what's scary is how she never mentioned how or why this would happen. She just had a vision about the date and then gave no more details. Moving on to number 4, we have the destruction of Earth. Baba Vanga predicted that in the year 2341, Earth will be destroyed and will become uninhabitable. She claims that this is a result from natural and man-made disasters. She also said that during this year, humanity will escape to another solar system. However, resources there will be limited and a war will take place as a result. Okay, that is a lot to take in. But with the rate at which we are currently living, scientists believe that the world will become uninhabitable way sooner than 2341, especially with global warming causing more deadly natural disasters. Also, since humans have heavily polluted Earth, disrupted the natural ecosystem of our planet, and disrupted the Earth's carbon cycle. So, like I said before, Baba claimed that when Earth gets destroyed, we will find home in another solar system. That means hundreds of years from now, we will become so technologically advanced that we will find a way to travel to another solar system that is several light years away. I mean, I'll be shocked if that happens. I also won't be around if that happens, but, you know. In our 3rd spot, we have the submarine disaster. In 1980, Baba Vanga predicted that, and I quote, "At the turn of the century in August of 1999 or 2000, Kursk will be covered with water and the whole world will be weeping over it." This came true. Kursk was a Russian submarine. On August 12, 2000, it sunk, aka was covered with water, as she claims. And as a result, the 118 crew members on board died, causing tons of family to weep over the deaths of their loved ones. So it's pretty scary how accurate she was with that prediction. In our 2nd spot, we have the tsunami. It is theorized that Baba Vanga predicted the devastating Boxing Day tsunami which occurred in 2004. Baba Vanga predicted, and I quote, "A big wave will cover the shore and people will disappear underwater," which people interpreted as the 2004 tsunami. On December 26, 2004, a tsunami struck off the coast of Sumatra Island in Indonesia as a result of a magnitude 9.1 earthquake. Within 20 minutes of the earthquake, it caused 100-foot waves to crash down on the shoreline and kill 1,000 people. The waves were reported to travel as fast as 500 miles per hour. Then the tsunami waves hit the coastline in Thailand, India, and Sri Lanka, where it killed tens of thousands more. It is said that 230,000 people were killed, making it one of the deadliest disasters in modern-day history. And in our number 1 spot, we have 9/11. People are convinced that Baba Vanga predicted the devastating events that occurred on September 11, 2001. In 1989, Baba had a vision and said, and I quote, "Horror, horror, the American brethren will fall after being attacked by the steel birds. The wolves will be howling in a bush and innocent blood will be gushing." Some people believe that the steel birds that Baba Vanga mentioned represent the planes that were crashed into the Twin Towers. Also, the American Brethren, aka the American Brothers, is said to be a reference of the American Twin Towers. The innocent blood she refers to can be interpreted as the innocent lives that were lost. And lastly, the wolves that are howling in the bush, well, the president at the time was George W. Bush, and the wolves howling could be the sounds of panic from those affected by the disaster. So, people believe that she indeed had visions of this attack 12 years before it happened.